Hello, this is Mr. Yun, and today's lesson is going to be about dividing polynomials. And today's key phrase is make sure to divide everything in the bracket. So, before we get to the main part of the lesson, let's try to review some exponent laws. So number 1 here says 6x cubed divided by 2x. And one thing that I want you to remember is that division is just a fraction sign with two dots replacing the numbers. So 6x cubed divided by 2x can be rewritten as 6x cubed over 2x. And I know that 6 divided by 2 is simply just 3. And then 6 cubed divided by x. So when we're dividing, we got to subtract the exponents. So there's 3x's here, and there's only 1x here. So there is going to be 2x's. So then the final answer to 6x cubed divided by 2x is 3x squared. And next question over here is 5x squared divided by 2x squared. So first step is always going to be rewriting as a fraction. So 5x squared divided by 2x squared is going to be 5x squared over 2x squared. And over here, I know that 5 divided by 2 will not give me a clean number like 3. So in those cases, you can just leave 5 over 2 as 5 over 2. And then x squared divided by x squared, we're dividing a number by itself, which means it will be 1. So then it's going to be 5 over 2 times 1, which is just simply 5 over 2. So the final answer to 5x squared divided by 2x squared is 5 over 2. And the next question is going to be slightly different. So 6x squared divided by 8x to the power of 4. So let's rewrite that as a fraction. So I have 6x squared over 8x to the power of 4. So one thing that is different about this question is that in previous examples, the numbers on the top, the exponent on the top, was always either bigger or the same. But for this one, the exponent on the bottom term is bigger. So in those cases, we do something similar, but the location of the x is going to be different. So 6 divided by 8 will not give me a clean number like 3. So we're going to keep it as a fraction. So 6 over 8 will stay as a 6 over 8, but I'm just going to simplify that to make it 3 over 4. And if you look here, there's 2 x's on top and 4 x's on the bottom. So if I write that in a long way, then that's going to be x squared is going to be 2 x's on top, and on the bottom there are 4 x's being multiplied. And 1x on the top will cancel out 1x on the bottom, and another one will cancel out on the bottom. So there we will be left with 2 x's. So then so on the bottom, I have 2 x's left. So then my final answer is going to be 3 over 4x squared. So just keep in mind that when the bottom number is bigger, we still subtract, but we leave it on the denominator. So one more thing that I want to review before I get to the next part is how to add fraction. So let's say I have 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4. And I know that the denominator is all the same, so when we add a fraction that is the same denominator, we just have to add the top number and put it over the same denominator. So one thing that I want you to notice is that if I have something plus something plus something over the same number, then I can separate it into 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4. Now, let's get to the main part of the lesson. So today we are going to be learning about how to divide a polynomial with another polynomial. To be more specific, a monomial, which means it's a polynomial with only one term. So first step is going to be the same as before. So we're just simply going to be writing the division as a fraction. So 2p to the power 4 plus 2p cubed plus p squared divided by 2p cubed is going to be rewritten as 2p to the power 4 plus 2p cubed plus p squared over 2p cubed. And we have just learned that 1 plus 2 plus 3 over 4 is the same as 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4. So that means I can separate this into 3 different fractions. So then 2p over 4 plus 2p cubed. So this part will be rewritten as 2p to the power 4 over 2p cubed. And this will be rewritten as 2p cubed over 2p cubed. And then 2p cubed over p squared over 2p cubed will be rewritten as p squared over 2p cubed. Okay. So now, all I have to do now is divide each term that was in the bracket by 2p cubed separately. So then I know, let's try to do the blue part first. So then 2p to the power 4 divided by 2p cubed. We know that we have to do 2 divided by 2, which is just 1. And then p to the power 4 divided by p to the power 3. We got to do 4 minus 3, which will just give me p to the power of 1. And one thing here that I want you to notice is that if I'm multiplying p by 1, I don't need to write this 1. And anything to the power of 1 is also unnecessary. So, and the next question is 2p to the power of 3 divided by 2p to the power of 3. We're dividing a number by the same thing, so then the answer is just simply going to be 1. And next part is p squared divided by 2p cubed. So here, the number on the bottom, the exponent on the bottom is bigger than the one on the bottom, on the top. So there will, we still subtract, but then we're still gonna have p on the bottom. So on the top, p squared will be cancelled, but we're dividing, so it will stay as 1. And so it will be 1 over 2p.